Business owners, you are fighting two wars at the same time, and most of you don't even know the second one exists. If you only suit up for one battle, everything you've built is sitting there, completely exposed, waiting to be taken. Let's talk about the first war, the one from the inside out, because this is where most people think the story ends. You own a business, someone slips and falls in your store, or a tenant gets hurt on your rental property, and suddenly a lawsuit is threading its way through every account you own. The fix sounds simple, form an LLC, right? But here's the part nobody tells you at the closing table. An LLC is just a piece of paper unless you operate it exactly the way your state statutes require, with separate bank accounts, proper record keeping, and zero commingling of funds. Think of it like this. An LLC is supposed to be a legal force field around your wealth creating asset. But if you don't maintain it correctly, a good attorney will pierce straight through it like it's tissue paper. Courts call that piercing the corporate veil. And when it happens, your personal assets are suddenly very much on the table. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Because most business owners armor up here and call it a day, completely blind to the second battle. The second war is outside in, meaning risk from your personal life reaching directly into your business. Picture this. You cause a car accident on a Saturday afternoon. Someone gets hurt, and now they're suing you personally. Their attorney starts looking at everything you own. And yes, that absolutely includes your business assets and potentially the business itself. This is the plot twist. Nobody expects the liability didn't start inside the business. It started in your personal life and worked its way in like a heat-seeking missile. And the scarier part is that most business owners have zero structure, protecting them from this direction of attack. The solution is what's called a hierarchical ownership structure. And once you understand it, you'll wonder why nobody drew this diagram for you sooner. You create a holding company, ideally in an asset protection friendly state like Wyoming, and that holding company owns your operating company, the one where all the daily commerce and risk actually happens. Here's why this matters so much. Lawsuits tend to happen where commerce happens, not where ownership lives. By separating those two things, the most a creditor can ever reach is the operating company, never the holding company, and never your broader empire. Wyoming, specifically, has some of the strongest charging order protections in the country, meaning if someone wins a judgment against you personally, they can't just rip your ownership interest out of your LLC. They can only stand outside and wait for distributions that may never come a legal arrangement, so frustrating to plaintiffs that many attorneys won't even bother pursuing it. Now, you might be thinking that this all sounds expensive or overly complicated, and that's actually the most dangerous misconception in this entire conversation. Setting up this kind of two-layer structure is far less expensive than losing a lawsuit, and it's dramatically less complicated than rebuilding wealth from scratch after a judgment wipes you out. The real irony is that most business owners spend enormous energy optimizing their marketing, their operations, and their tax strategy, but leave the actual ownership structure completely unprotected, which is a little like building a house with a gorgeous kitchen and no roof. Asset protection is a design, not a document, and getting the design right means thinking about which direction the attack could come from before it ever arrives. History is full of entrepreneurs who built real wealth, got blindsided by one lawsuit they didn't see coming, and watched years of work evaporate because the legal architecture wasn't there to hold. The lesson isn't to live in fear, it's to build in confidence, knowing the structure beneath you is solid no matter where the pressure comes from. Discipline here means acting before the threat appears, because once a lawsuit is filed, it's often too late to restructure without a fraudulent transfer claim following you straight into your new setup. The size of your protection matters just as much as the quality of it, and consistency in how you operate your entities is what keeps the whole thing legally airtight. Whether you're a first-time business owner or you've got a whole portfolio of assets already in motion, we can help you get started, whether that's real estate investing, home contracting, work, or finding the right lenders. So check out our links in the description below.